This video is brought to you today by Niba.com. Niba.com is a digital marketplace with over 20,000 digital products. With an ever-expanding marketplace, it's the go-to point for all gamers' needs. You can search via categories, which makes it a lot easier to find what you want quickly. And even if you play on Nintendo, PlayStation or Xbox, and even if you want to get a gift card from someone, Niba has you well covered. You can get a great deal on the recently released Biomutant. Just add it to your cart, choose the payment method of choice, and you can also enter my discount code BANG for buck to save yourself an additional 3% off. Once checkout is complete, all you need to do is redeem your key. Just verify that it's the region that you live in, so you'll have no issues while activating your game. As this is a Steam copy, all you have to do is go to Steam, go to Games, activate product in Steam, paste in your key, and activation is complete. So very quick and easy, and hopefully this saves you guys a little bit of money.
Encode your DNA.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'll be taking a look at Biomutant. Not too sure what this game is about, but I'll definitely take a look and see just how good it is, as it has been quite eagerly awaited, and I want to see what all the fuss is about, really. So you've got a few breeds you can choose from. They're basically just presets. I think I'll go with the Primal. Looks the strongest out of the lot.
Define your genetic structure.
Okay, so depending on how you allocate your stats, it will affect your physical appearance. I think I'll have something between agile and strong. So
choose a genetic resilience.
And I think I want to be able to resist cold the most.
Choose your fur style.
Okay, you can change how your fur looks as well. I think I'll go with the default, to be honest.
Pick your main color. Choose your detail color.
Okay.
Pick Commando, Psy-Freak, Saboteur, Sentinel, Deadeye.
I think I'll go with the Deadeye. I like the look of that greatsword and just a pistol as well for long range attacks.
Deadeye chosen. That'll work. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun.
Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go through the in-game settings as normal. So playing at a resolution of 3840 by 2160. Everything is maxed out, as you can see. Completely maxed out. And another thing, resolution scales at 100, which is the native resolution you selected. No dynamic resolution, even sharpening's at its default, which is 20. So that's pretty much it for the in-game settings. Let's see how this game performs. And from what I know about it, the game's made on the Unreal Engine 4 by some indie company, so not too familiar with who made this, but it looks okay.
At a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living.
Okay. So,
but for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
I think I'll go
Allow
with
me to introduce myself.
the dark.
I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence.
Can't believe you'd choose that thing over me. But I'll be here waiting for you when you have a change of heart.
That thing? I'm right here. Let me remind you, we're two halves of the same. With the difference being I'm the better half.
Better half? My way is both better and brighter. Light makes it easier to see the best end.
The best end is the one you decide yourself. And it seems we're headed in the right direction.
I would actually agree with the last one, so let's see how it I do. So you don't actually have to be bad, but this is the one I'm choosing with at the start. So depending on the deeds you do, you can end up being good anyway. So it's not a foregone conclusion, so don't worry about that. I think I'll go to the left.
Guess left can be right sometimes.
So we'll find out. Performance is looking good so far, but I have to visit more areas to work out just how it plays.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others.
I wonder what took it down.
Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
I think this would have been a decent game to use GameWorks for the fur. As long as you can turn it off, of course. Because the fur looks a little bit flat. Okay, so straight into it, I've got to fight a boss. Well, I don't mind. So I've got to complete a little tutorial, it seems. Okay. This is your basic melee, is it? That's 2. I've broken his club in half.
You better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
Yeah, it seemed a bit much for the first fight, that you're fighting some huge boss. So those are the opening scenes of Biomutant. Let's get into the game a little bit deeper. I don't really know much about it, as I said.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
It's the thing with Unreal Engine 4 games, there's a lot of spike frames when your scene changes. So one thing that's annoying about Unreal. Hey, what's going on here? What's all of these things hung up?
The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die.
End of days, tree of life. Yeah, all of these things need to be explained, but I'm sure everything will reveal itself. No bullets at the moment. Okay. Take these out one by one. Oh, it's just me and you. Those rats are no match for me. Let's go this way. I'm gonna work out what kind of breed of animal this guy is. Looks like some kind of raccoon. I'm not too sure. Or some kind of red mutated panda or something. This electric module. I'm just going to read this because I do want to know what this does. Bear with me. So you found a weapon special effect add-on. Attach it to your ranged weapon to give it an extra damage type as long as the ammo lasts. Some enemies have a resistance or weakness to different weapon special effects, so use them wisely. So they advise me to connect it to my ranged weapon. Okay, no problem. climb up here? Possibly, just not yet, it seems. What's in here? So this is very much the tutorial phase of the game, so there's going to be a lot of pop-ups and a lot of explanation, so just bear with me. Again, performance is all over the place. It's kind of strange how we're getting less performance inside the building than we were in the forest earlier. I thought it would be the other way around, but it's not the case. Let's climb up here now. So kind of on rails at the moment, but eventually the game will open up.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution
Some more enemies. So I've got to try and dodge and attack. Try and take out the smaller ones first. Stay away from the big guy. He seems to be weak to electricity, so we took him down pretty easy with the gun with the electricity on. Alright, that's all of them. So to loot enemies, just press Y. So these are one of the games that definitely will play better on a control pad rather than mouse and keyboard. Okay, what else? Let's try and loot from these guys. He's not carrying anything. What's this over here? Alright. Moving on. More enemies, but I can see some barrels here. I'm guessing you can use these. You can use the stage to your advantage. That's pretty cool.
Slash.
And that guy is just hurling stuff at me, so I need to watch my back. Yeah, he's just throwing these explosive barrels, so it's just me and this guy now. And that took a lot of health. I think I need to use something to heal up. Try to keep my distance.
That's the good stuff.
Proper made this like PG. There's no blood at all in this game. I wish you could turn it on, but oh well. Guess I wanted to appeal to more children. Anyway, let's go through here. Actually, want to make sure I've looted everyone. Don't want to miss out on anything. Not carrying anything decent. What about you? Yeah, I've got everything now, so I can move on. Doesn't seem to be anything like in use. This game doesn't really use much CPU, does it? 5950X just hovering at 3 to 4%, not doing much at all. No reflection on this game. A lot of games don't really use much CPU at 4K. Oh, this guy is pretty tough. I'm gonna take out the small fry first. We'll focus on the big guy. Out of ammo. Try and shoot these explosive barrels. Let's get him to run up to me. Caught him again. Just about slipped under him. The big guy is down now. Alright, got a level up. Let's have a look at the level up system, shall we? When you level up, you can increase an attribute of your choice by 10. Pick which attribute you want to increase from the list. So, some vitality. Definitely could use some health. You can use your upgrade points on other stuff as well. So learning different attacks. Interesting. What about melee? Close combat. Okay, can learn a new move called Wicked Wolf XXY. Seems to be pretty effective, so that's where all my experience points went. Okay, let's move on.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
Crowbar. What are we going to do with the crowbar?
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa. It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Yeah, I agree. Let's get out of here. So again, performance is all over the place, down to the low 70s now, even in an enclosed area. So the performance is really, really heavily dependent on where you are. So in some type of sewer system now.
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being
combo.
when absorbed, including you.
The XXY. So do that Wicked Wolf attack. It's pretty strong because it can attack multiple enemies at once, which is pretty cool. Alright, these guys are no match for me. Let's pick up the goods and be on our way. Alright, nothing to loot. Okay, let's get out of here. Not too sure what to make of this game yet. It's definitely got its own unique feel to it, and it doesn't look too bad, so I don't know. Guess it all depends on what you like. Alright, how do we get out of here? What's
Toxanol built vessels called arcs to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single arc they left behind that we know other arcs traveled through the sky and beyond.
Okay, this looks like some type of puzzle. We got complete a circuit. Okay. Seems color-coded.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Alright, did it. Okay.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right, but no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Okay, so that kind of explains why we've got this Kung Fu type red panda raccoon thing. So humans messed up the world with bad waste management, it seems. Oh, interesting. We're learning something now.
The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door.
Okay, so same as before. Color code. Let's match that up, so pretty easy.
There you go.
Okay, we have access. Let's find out what all that shooting was about.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
Attacking an old defenseless man. Very cowardly of you guys. Okay, 2 down.
Grit. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
Alright, hang on a minute, let me just loot everyone, and then I'll do so. Okay, that's about it.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark. It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways. You look exactly like your Muma. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Looper Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the Unity fell apart. The impending threat of the World Eaters bringing down the Tree of Life is ever so close. He also worries about the Jagni tribe that's actively working for a doomsday and purging of the world.
Okay, so a lot to learn. So this must be some kind of flashback. A long time ago. They tried to make some kind of
Asks if you were
Elvis-looking
tired,
beaver.
as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are here. Sounds like he thinks she does, despite your heart growing dark. There's nothing as powerful as a Mooma's love. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree. You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent... The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one...
They've tried to make this kind of Elvis rat or beaver type thing. It's a rat, I think. Beavers don't have tails like that. So that's kind of pretty funny. Anyway, let's go and do what he says. So I'm going to go and rustle these leaves to find something that interacts with the trees. Or something like that. I wasn't really listening. But I've got the gist of it. Performance is a bit better here, so it's just funny how you get more performance outside than you do inside, so work that one out. That is not usually the case, it's usually the opposite, but I'm not complaining. Okay, so that's what we got to get to.
The Nono's key energy is just what the... You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but...
Okay, so I've got to catch something.
He's...
Just gonna skip this part. It seems a bit of a, you know, tedious kind of memory. Let's get to the juicy stuff, shall we? Yeah, it seems that you're going to need something a little bit beefy to play this at 4K maximum setting, that's for sure. Despite how the game looks, it's not going to be easy to run. Maybe it's all that bloom and post-processing that's just killing all the performance. You could probably tweak it and it'll look just as good.
He says you'd better hurry back to the He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The trees... Records tell his friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his Octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast.
Tika mapena, mauketo, yuba, dunlu wawa, etolu keta, iatu yao mawa.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation.
Okay. So I want to get through some of the there's a lot of dialogue in this game. I don't want to bore you guys to death. So let's talk in more
Quickest
fighting.
way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Thanks for telling me. I wouldn't have done it otherwise. Alright, we're back outside again. And again, performance dipping down into the low 70s, now back up to 80. So it really matters. Depends on what you're looking at, really. But anyway, let's see what awaits us. Now that we've got a little bit more freedom.
Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the world eaters.
So what are these world eaters that I keep hearing about?
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged.
I think I'll be okay. But due to the tutorial, you have to use it, it seems.
Let's see.
You can just place a custom waypoint if necessary. Okay, let's go. Graphics look good though. I do like the presentation. What is this?
That must be the world eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The world eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake.
They should be thankful that he was able to keep his leg. What's going on over in this village? What's left of it, should I say?
A survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive.
We really have to talk to him. So much dialogue in this game. I just want to kind of play. See if I can explore without talking to him.
Just get over it.
That joke was terrible. What's going on over here?
They've destroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began.
Health pack. Sure that will come in useful.
That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem.
Let's avoid any alliances for now. See where we can go. Nothing in here that I can use. That's the way I came in. No, that's the way I came in, I think. So now I can just go straight down. Okay. I wonder where this takes me. So the game seems pretty open. Wonder what's over here. There's some big looking boss thing.
Better beware, that's a month up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurled.
Oh, this thing is strong. Seal up a bit. I'll have to dodge. I'll stay out of its way. Let's attack it and then get out. It tires itself out after it does those attacks, and you can kind of draw some big damage. Whoa, barely avoided that. Alright. Level 3. We killed it. Alright, we're on a bit of a roll here. Anyway guys, I think I'll leave it there. Don't want to drag this on too long, but that's a first look at Biomutant. Not too much to say about it at the moment. A lot to learn, but it's an interesting little game, and I'm an RPG fan, so I'll definitely be bringing you guys some more gameplay performance in the future. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.